Good evening, everybody. As you're coming into the show and you're coming into the room, just let us know that you're here. Today, we got a very special guest. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. All the fathers out there doing what they're supposed to do. Happy Father's Day to y'all. Tonight, as always, we got a special guest. This has been a long time coming, and I hope everybody in New York City could appreciate this. I'm still kind of dealing with a little bit of a sickness. That's one of the reasons why I didn't think this was going to happen. And two, me and this gentleman have been in contact for quite some time, squaring this away. And being that he's overseas made it even more difficult. So I hope everybody could really appreciate him coming to the show tonight. Mr. Julius Coles, salute to East Harlem, New York City. You already know what time it is. And I'm glad to finally have him on the show. I want to send some love and some condolences to my cousins, Erica, Victor, and Lynette. We just lost their father, my uncle Eric. I just want to send y'all some love. I know this is a very tough time, especially, and now on top of that, it's Father's Day. So just sending y'all love. I hope y'all well. But again, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the real dudes out there doing what they're supposed to do, standing on their commitments and their principles and being fathers to their children. So I'm not going to hold it up much longer. I'm excited to have this conversation. I'm going to run this track and then we're going to get right into it. I hope everybody is well in tune because I think this is going to be a great conversation. All right. So without further ado, let's go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mr. A. And tonight, as I stated earlier, East Harlem's own, Mr. Julius Coles. Mr. Julius Coles is coming off a big W right now. They won a chip overseas. This young man has been putting in work for the last 8 to 10 seasons already, as I come to understand. And we're going to talk about what it's like, you know, to becoming a ball player. One in and of itself is a difficult task. There's only but so many NBA players that make it to the league. But not only that, to make it through, and now he's playing overseas, you know, it's a whole different animal. It's not like playing in the States. So we're going to have this conversation. I hope everybody finds it interesting. And, you know, without further ado, the set welcomes Mr. Julius Coles.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good?
What's going on, man? Long time, but you finally here.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here. So
Word.
why don't you tell everybody where you're at right now?
I'm actually in Tripoli, Libya. So yeah, it's northern Africa. Tripoli is the capital of Libya. So I'm currently out there. It's about 1 a.m. right now.
Yeah, salute to you, man, for making time for us, man. Really
Nah,
appreciate
you good, bro. Nah, you good. And condolences, man. Condolences to your fam, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, let's salute our guy, Mr. Javi Cologne. Salute to him.
Facts. Yeah. Yo, Hav,
salute
bro.
to Hav, my
if you
guy,
tuned
man.
in, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my man, bro.
Yo,
we gonna speak about him. We gonna speak about him. I got a lot to say about that guy, bro.
Yeah, for real. And salute to his wife. Happy birthday. She shares a birthday with my wife.
Salute to her. Jess, happy birthday.
So let's start at the beginning, Julius, because you know, being a ball player is a crazy endeavor in and of itself. To have the discipline, to have the skill set, first of all, to then have the discipline to keep yourself physically fit and focused on the game and being able to overcome the obstacles. But now, where does the story start for you, especially being in New York? Because New York has basketball players like, you know, you go to 99-cent store, you got like 10 basketball players in New York City. So where does the journey start for you? Does it start very young, elementary school? You know, how does it start?
Yeah, actually, I have kind of a unique experience because I was really like an outside kid. Like, I didn't really play like AAU or nothing. I was just hooping outside. and it was a group of brothers that lived upstairs from me. They was all three of them was nice, and they was playing for Riverside. So when they did come outside to hoop, I was outside, messing around or whatever. And they was like, "Yo, like you need to come over here to Riverside." So I went to Riverside. I was in like fifth or sixth grade at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to Riverside. I tried out, and I went to the tryout, and like I was literally throwing the ball between people's legs. Like it was straight like street ball. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really know nothing else.
Right.
I made the team or whatever, but um I wasn't getting that much burn. My mom came to a game. I was playing at Roberto Clemente.
Oh,
If you know anything about basketball in the city, like Roberto Clemente was like a popping tournament.
yeah.
But the dudes that was playing in front of me, they was all ranked in the city. They was all like top 5, top 10 in their class. So it was like I
Wow.
wasn't really getting in. One dude ended up getting in foul trouble. I got in the game. I got an and one. I was hyped, like my first basket. You know what I mean? Like my first bucket as a like
Yeah.
playing like real basketball, regulation basketball. And then the second half came. They put homie back in, and I was like not getting no burn. And my mom came down out the stands and was like, "Yo, we out." And then that was it
She
for a
pulled you
minute.
from the
Like,
bench and she was like, "Yo, we
yo,
out of
took me
here."
from the bench. It was like, "Yo, we out. Come on, get your stuff." And then I ain't really played no more like regulation basketball after that for a minute.
Wow.
Like, so that's really where it started. Like, I'm the youngest of like my group of friends. So
Mm-hmm.
like my closest friend in age is like 3 years older than me. So
Mm.
they always playing on like, they basketball teams. But we would, go hoop outside. Growing up, like when we grew up, it
Regular
was like everybody was playing outside.
for sure.
So we would go hoop outside, and I was always the youngest. And I was really just running around with them.
But and it never like to you like felt like a serious thing. Like I'm taking this seriously. It was more like just fun, regular New York shit, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like at the time it was fun. Like, and then in East Harlem, if you from East Harlem, bro, you went to the boys club. Like the boys club on 111th Street between first and second. If
Mm-hmm.
you grew up in East Harlem, like you was at the boys club.
Mm.
So we was at the boys club, but we was doing a bunch of stuff. Like I was on the swimming team, like ping pong team. Like we was doing, a whole bunch of different activities. And then,
Yeah.
we was hooping at the same time. But I was just into everything.
Mm. So at what point does it like come to you like, yo, this is my sport. I really like hooping. Like, is there like a point where you join a league and you're like, oh man, like people recognize your talent, or is it just
It was Nah, it was at the boys club as well. Like,
okay?
so the swimming season and the basketball season was at the same time. So you
Mhm.
couldn't do both. So like I had been swimming, and then they had us wearing these little speedos, and I was like, as I got older, I was like, nah, I'm not really messing with that. Like I'm not fucking with the speedo like that.
Oh
Right.
shit.
So I had to make a decision between either swimming or basketball. And then
Hmm.
I started playing for the boys club team, which was the academic all stars. And actually it's crazy because one of the dudes that I hooped with that was on the boys club team, the academic all stars, was my man Scott Machado.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know Scott Machado, but he had a stint in the NBA. He played with the Rockets. He played with the Lakers. He played with a few teams, but that's how we met. We met like playing on the boys club team, and we went to a tournament in Rhode Island. And after that, I was like, nah, this is it for me.
Now, was Machado from the neighborhood, or was
Nah,
he
he was
just?
from Queens. He was from Queens, but we used to get like dudes from different boys clubs.
Uh-huh.
And during the summer, like we would go playing different summer tournaments or whatever.
Hmm.
And first it was like kind of locally, like we were
Hmm.
playing tournaments in the LES and like that. And then we went to a tournament in Rhode Island, and it was just like a bunch of different, you know,
The
people
competition.
from different boys clubs. Yeah, we went from
Mhm.
different boys clubs. They put a team together, and we rocked out.
So was it always boys clubs, or did you play for like gauchos or school, or nah, just boys
Nah,
clubs?
I so continuing with the boys club story. So
Mhm.
at first it was the boys club, and then the boys club had like the scholarship program. So this is why I said I didn't really grow up. Like my story is kind of different because I didn't grow up really playing basketball in New York. I got a scholarship to go to a school in Massachusetts called the Fessenden School. So I went to boarding school in 7th grade. Yeah, I went to a junior boarding school in 7th grade, and so I was playing basketball in Massachusetts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so from 7th to 9th grade, I went to the Fessenden School in Massachusetts. I was playing on my team there. They had a travel team, the West Newton something, I don't know, but I played with them. I forgot the name of the travel team. So I
Mhm.
played with them, and I was playing for my school team there. And I don't know, I just kind of was
Took to it.
after I fell in love with it, bro. So I was just
All right.
always hooping, always trying to get up extra shots when I could.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was from the city, like I had a different kind of swag than the kids from Massachusetts. So like I was kind of advanced. Like I said, my friends were all older than me. So
Mm-hmm.
when I started playing with kids my age, like I was a little more advanced than they was.
Mm. So it sounds like to me you were maturing way ahead of like maybe your peers were, especially having to go to boarding school in 7th grade. You was by yourself basically.
Yeah.
All right, so that
So
awareness of being on your own and taking care of yourself and all that started early.
yeah, it started real early. Like
Mm. Okay.
once I went to boarding school, I had to really Cal was good, bro.
Mm.
I had to really figure it out. Like I had to wash all my own clothes. Um, you had a dress code, so we had to wear a shirt and tie, a suit jacket. We had to
Mm.
wear shoes. We had to wear dress pants, and I had to put all of that to. I had to wake up, set my alarm. Like, wake! You got to wake up on your own. You got to make it to breakfast. You got to be dressed. Like, you had to do all of that on your own at 13.
Wow. Did
Yeah.
so let me ask you this because I know growing up, uh, my aunt Christine, salute to her because she's always been very active in the community. She worked Lower East Side Boys Club, and
Okay. I
she
used
was
to be down there a lot too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was an active member of Lower East Sider, and that's a community group that does a lot of work in the community in the Lower East Side in Alphabet City where she's from,
Okay.
and she was in Compos. And I know growing up, my cousin, she got him involved in a lot of activities and different things through the boys club.
Right.
She even got one of my cousins like a union job just because of her channeling through the boys club. And it seems
Okay.
like, from what you're telling me, like for them to give you access to a scholarship to go to, a boarding school, man. Like the boys club used to be a really big thing in the hood. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
still that
Yo,
way
the boys. I ain't
today.
gonna front, bro. The boys club saved a lot of people's lives, bro.
Mm,
It saved a lot. Like that place really saved a lot of people's lives, especially like the time we was growing up.
hmm
Cause it's crazy now, but in the late '90s, early 2000s, that's when like gang activity was like real. You know what I mean? Like
ramping up.
you had that. We was outside. You had like the blood initiation where there's like dudes is cutting dudes' faces for initiation and all that. And we was all at the boys club. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we was outside, but a lot of us was at the boys club, like doing other stuff.
right. Trying to
So
stay away from the street.
yeah. So that place really saved a lot of people's lives, bro.
Is this still active like now? Because I know the way funding is, and I'm
Yeah, it's still active. I think they cut. I'm not 100% sure, so I
mm,
don't want to speak on it too much. But
all right.
I think the program that I was in that allowed me to get my scholarship, I think they cut it, or I'm not really sure what's going on with it.
Mm.
But I'm sure your aunt knows Antonio Aponte. Ask her if you can remember that name or write it down or something. I'm 100% sure she knows who Antonio Aponte is.
Oh, she's watching right now. She'll
Oh
probably hit
yeah,
me.
so
She'll probably hit me after and be like, "Yeah, I know who that
yeah,
cat."
she
She's
a
been
hundred
involved.
percent she 100% knows who he
She
is for sure.
she's been in Lower East Sider since I'm a kid, and I'm talking
Yeah,
like
so
like
she
five.
yeah they know each other. They
Yeah.
know each other or know of each other for sure.
So now you get this scholarship. You get shipped off to boarding school. How's the demeanor? Like, how's your mom's demeanor? Is she like rooting for you? Like she knows, like, yo, my son he's got the focus and the mindset to make it in this program?
Yeah, I ain't gonna front my mom, man. My mom's is a G, bro. Like, she
All
asked
right.
me what I wanted to do, and I was like, nah, I want to do it. Like,
Mm.
they drove me up there.
Hmm.
I hopped out the whip, bro, and I took off. Like, I was running around, like, word. So she was cool with it, like,
Okay.
and then she understood how valuable it was.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, the schools in the city in comparison to going to junior boarding school is just a different level of education.
And not
So
only that, it seemed like you understood the value.
yeah, I did. Like I said, bro, my friends were a little bit older, so
Hmm.
I tell people this all the time when I have conversations. It's like I matured quick because when I was in fifth grade, sixth grade, my friends were in high school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
were going into high school. My friends was in eighth grade, ninth grade. Like, they was in junior high, high school. So all of the mistakes that they were making, like, I could look at that and be like, all right, like, I ain't really
Mhm.
trying to do that, or that shit
And
didn't go right for him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I need to look at something else.
were they
So
rooting for you in that
hell
moment?
yeah, 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 yeah. They
That's
definitely
important.
were. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they definitely were.
that's what's up. So now
Yeah.
you go through this program. You go in seventh grade, you said,
Yeah, I got there in seventh grade.
and then when is like your last? Do you go all the way to 12th grade in the program?
Nah, so the school only went up until ninth grade. So from
Okay.
seventh to ninth grade I went there, then I graduated.
Hmm. And then where did
Um
you go to school after that?
I went to Blair Academy.
Oh,
So yeah, I went to Blair Academy in Jersey.
nice.
So just to give you some backstory, bro, so I ended up being like, so basically no seventh grader like ever made varsity, right? And at Pheasant. Nah,
Except
I
you.
ain't gonna front. I'm gonna talk my shit on this,
Go
bro. I
ahead,
ain't gonna
do
lie.
that. This is all you,
Right?
brother.
So
This is all
yeah,
you.
yeah. So yo, no seventh grader ever made varsity like at my school,
Uh,
right? So I get there and we used to have like open gym,
mhm.
like from like 8 to 10 o'clock at night or whatever. It was like open gym before we had to go take our showers or whatever and get ready for bed.
That's the best.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So I go to open gym and I'm playing against all the dudes that's supposed to be playing varsity.
Oh, wow.
Right? So we in open gym and I'm cooking these niggas, bro. Like, so I'm hyped. I'm like, yo, I'm about to come
Yeah.
in here, about to make varsity. Like, bro, the season started. I did not make varsity, bro. I was tight. Right?
Uh,
So I'm talking to the coach. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, yo,
what's
what's
up?
good? Like,
We live.
yeah, like I'm clearly good enough to play on varsity. Like,
Hmm.
and he was like, nah, in order to play varsity as a seventh grader, you got to be able to start on varsity. So I was like, damn. But that motivated me, like,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
now I was in the gym extra, like I'm waking up just going to the gym shooting, like, yo, I gotta make varsity. Like,
yeah.
so I'm in the gym, like, and this is kind of where the like work ethic like really kicked in for me because I was like, nah, I gotta make varsity, bro. Like, so I'm going in the gym just every day, putting them extra shots, man, working on my game, right? And then the next year I make varsity, and you know, throughout my time at the school, I probably was like at the time one of the best dudes to have come through the program,
Mm.
right? So I feel like I was the catalyst to a lot of dudes like starting to go to that school for basketball because there's a lot of like big names that like dudes that played at big schools and I think had stints in the NBA that like started like going to Pheasant after I graduated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. I think if I'm not mistaken, Arenzi Anawaku, who played
Mhm.
at Syracuse, is Pheasant alumni. There's a few other dudes.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know too many people's names, so I ain't gonna
yeah.
sit up here and like try to call people's names. But I know it's a lot of like big name dudes that ended up going to that school.
So,
So
so it sounds like, you know, to me, even talking to you from the start, you had this level of awareness, and it sounds like, due to the fact that you was running with a lot of older dudes who was sort of like a support system as well because they saw your talent and they definitely didn't want you to fall into the things that they fell into. It almost sounds like what you said earlier. It was like the perfect storm for you. You know, your
Yeah,
mom,
bro.
your mom wasn't hesitant or worried about you not being able to do what you needed to do. You know, having guys around you that not only are your friends, but also play the sport and see the possibilities and don't want to ruin them for you is another
Right.
important factor. So now you graduate ninth grade. Now you go into this academy. Is it the same kind of environment, or is it like, is there like a culture shock moment that you have going into this new surrounding?
So I was gonna speak about that too. So the culture shock moment was really the transition from going to school in New York
Mm-hmm.
to now going away to a
Jersey.
junior boarding school. And I ain't
Mm,
gonna front, that was a hard transition. And I say that because right when you grow up in the hood, bro, when you grow up in the project, there's a certain type of like there are rules that you live by that like you know what I mean, somebody hit you, you hit them back. Like it's just a bunch of stuff. Like the rules are different. So when you
mhm.
grow up in this a certain environment and then you move to the completely different environment, like these kids were like some of
Sheltered.
the richest kids in the state. Like
Yeah.
one dude that was in my class, his family owned a milk company. Another dude, like his mom or his family, like they had like McDonald's franchises. Like we had McDonald's Day. Um, like these are kids that are in my class, bro. So their parents are wealthy.
Right.
So now the wealthy people live by a different set of rules than we do.
Yes, they do.
So when I got to school, bro, it was a hard transition. Like just the way people was talking, people talk to you, they or telling you shut up or calling you a bitch, and you like, yo, like
Well, you know,
what?
I will smack the shit out of
Yeah,
you.
you know what I mean.
I
So
don't come from that fake world where we
yeah,
get
so
in
that
our
was like
lawyers.
yeah, so you have to learn the rules of that environment,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a hard transition for me because it was like
Yeah.
they didn't understand. Like I can learn to understand where y'all come from,
But you can never
but
learn.
you can never understand where I come from.
That's a fact.
So and I should tell this story more. Is like I think that a lot of those. So we started like an affinity group because we had other kids that came from like the hood, like the hood in Massachusetts or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
we were having some of the same experiences. And it's like you need people who understand like your world and that can help you transition
Right.
into dealing with that world. You know
This
what I
new
mean? The world
environment
of
that you're being
yeah,
thrust
the
into.
new environment, the way that wealthy people are, how they deal with things because it's completely different. You know what I mean? And it's like that was the hardest thing that I had to deal with.
Mm.
And it was hard for me to get them to understand it because I just couldn't communicate what I was going through. You know what I mean? Like I had got in trouble one time for I don't know. I don't know what it was. Like I got in
Some lame
trouble a
shit.
lot. Yo, Hav was good.
Salute to Hav.
Yeah, yeah. So, I went I had to go sit in the headmaster's office and he's talking to me about, yo, you can't do this and blah 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 and like it's unacceptable. I'm gonna call your dad. So he
Mm.
said he was gonna call my dad, and I don't know if I was like embarrassed or what, but I just started crying,
Oh
and he
wow.
didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So he like, yo, like what's wrong, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, like my dad's locked up. Like you can't call my dad.
Yeah.
But he didn't even understand. Like, to him it was normal that you grew up with both parents. Now my
Mm-hmm.
pops is in my life. Now if you're watching your pops, he know the
Salute.
vibes. Yeah, but it was just like they just didn't understand. Like, yo, you
Yeah.
can't call my dad. I don't have no dad for you to call, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
feel me? So like that was like a lot of the things that I was dealing with, like, or the kids just not understanding, like asking weird questions about, yo, you grew up in Harlem, yeah, you selling drugs, like, bro, what you talking about? Like, I'm 13 years old, bro. This ain't no movie. You feel me?
Dude,
So
let me tell you something. And it's funny that you say that because that was in the 90s that you were going, 90s, 2000s, you was going through this?
Yeah, early 2000s, 2001, I
Wow.
believe.
Now check
Yeah.
this out. When I used to go down south in the 80s, motherfuckers used to be like, yo, you from New York, you from Brooklyn, yo, you get robbed, they be shooting people and
Yeah,
shit.
that's the same question.
And I'm
That was
like,
the same questions
what?
they was asking me.
Yeah, sheltered like a motherfucker. Y'all need to
Yeah, so
get out.
yo, you 13 and 14 years old trying to answer these questions like, no, like what you talking about? I'm not robbing nobody, bro. Like I don't sell drugs. Like, or like,
Wow.
I got in the pool, like I said earlier, I was on
Swimming.
a swimming team at the boys
Yeah.
club.
Mm-hmm.
So now I get in the pool and I'm swimming and like, yo, you know how to swim? Y'all don't play in the fire hydrant? Like, yo, son, what you talking about?
It's
So
amazing to hear this story because not only from the time I'm older than you. I mean, obviously I'm a lot
right, right,
older
right.
than you, but to hear sort of the struggle, right? Because coming from a single parent home and having the dynamic that these kids will never understand, that's such a you think of it now because that was many years ago for you, right?
Right.
It seems like a lifetime ago, but to hear it, it really puts you in that moment, doesn't it? Like you
Yeah,
remember
yeah, for
that, and
sure.
it's like, wow. Do you ever think about where those kids are that you went to school with?
Um, yeah, every once in a while, like,
Yeah,
some of them
connect.
follow me. Yeah, some of them follow me on Instagram or like, whatever. So we kind of checking on each other, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them are doing well, bro. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them are
Yes.
doing well.
So now, Julius, you go to this academy. You're in Jersey, right? And now you make it to 12th grade, I assume, and you graduate. Is
Right.
this is it in your senior year that you start to get looks to play ball overseas, or how does this opportunity come to be?
All right. So I get to Blair,
Mm-hmm.
right, and it was a different experience, right,
Mm-hmm.
because now you go to Blair. Blair's like one of the best basketball schools in Jersey.
Oh wow.
So this wasn't like just any kid coming to join the team. Like they recruiting kids. Like my man Malcolm Pope, Snoop. He went to Blair. He was the number one player in the city, like the number one basketball player in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So in eighth grade, like going into ninth grade, he was the best basketball player in the city. Then you had a dude coming from North Carolina, my man Shamari Spears, who was one of the best basketball players in North Carolina. Like, so you getting the best of the best high school players, like coming
To
to
Blair.
play on this team.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm trash again. Like, you feel me? Like, I went from being the nicest dude on my team to like, all right, now I'm not that nice no more.
I
Like,
gotta work my way up.
yeah. So, um,
But they
I got to the
recruited you to go to
school.
Blair. They recruited you to go to Blair.
So, all right. So what happened was I really was getting recruited by like schools in Massachusetts. So
Uh-huh.
I really wanted to go to Tabor Academy, which was one of the like top like basketball schools in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yo, I kind of want to be closer to home so that like my mom and them could come to the games, like,
They can see you work.
they could see me play.
Yeah.
All right. So I get to Blair. I don't know who spoke to the coach about me wanting to come there, but I got there. The coach came, like the team came, and they all met me and was like saying what's up, blah blah blah. So I had to try out for the team. I made the team. Right. I'm in 10th grade now. I make the team. But at the time, I'm still real immature. Like, I'm still a kid from the hood, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so we played a game, we watching film, and one of our big men on the team, this dude goes up, he grabs a rebound, and when he lands, bro, his knee like gave out or something, and he just fell. So we in the film session. He didn't get hurt though. Like, it wasn't a major injury. He just fell.
Yeah.
Bro, I bust out laughing in the film session, bro, like
Oh
crying,
wow.
laughing.
Oh wow.
Bro, the coach starts spazzing.
You was doing up downs all day?
Up downs, he kicked me off the team, bro. I went and played JV.
What?
Yo, kick
He
me off the
removed you from
team, bro.
varsity. He said, "Go play in
Yo,
JV where you
yo,
belong."
get the fuck out of the locker room. You playing JV.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
How hurt were
So
you? How hurt?
I was shocked, bro. I like, what? Like, JV,
You didn't
you
try to
serious?
apologize and be like, "Yo, I'm."
He wasn't going for it.
Oh wow.
And my high school coach is like one of my favorite people. Like,
Uh huh.
he was really like a father figure to me. Like, with my father not being there, like this dude, I went to him for everything. Like, if anything was
Instrumental.
going on, like, yeah, I was calling him or I
Hmm.
was calling Antonio Aponte.
Hmm.
Like, those are like the two dudes that. So it was like a lesson learned because I was on JV cooking, right? Like it was, but it was just like a lesson that I needed to learn. So
Hmm.
I was trash. I was too good for JV, but I
Right.
wasn't good enough to like really play that much on varsity.
Right.
So I was just in the gym, bro. Like I just used to be in the gym all the time. Like whenever I could get in the gym, I was in the gym. Like, and then it was a janitor who was from the Bronx. I don't know his name, bro, but
Mhm.
I don't. If he somehow sees this, yo, that dude is responsible for me getting college offers, bro. He gave
How
me a
so?
key.
Oh, he gave you a key.
He
Oh,
gave
he
me
did
a
a he
key,
did a Rudy for you. He gave you a key to the
bro. He
gym.
gave me a key to the gym, bro, and that was it. Like
Wow. He
I
saw
would be
something.
up, yo, I'd be up at 12, like 12, 1 o'clock. I'd be like, yo, I'm about to go to the gym. I'll tell my roommate, like, yo, I'm about to go to the gym, bro. Come on, let's go to the gym. And I just be in the gym for like an hour just shooting, bro. And
Wow.
nobody knew I was there. Like I just be in there shooting.
How did
And
you go
then,
back? Wait, how did you go? I want to know how you went back to your coach after that whole JV stint. Like, did you go back hat in hand and say, "Coach, I'm sorry, I'll never do that shit again. I learned my lesson."
yo, I apologized.
Uh
And
huh.
then we had like the playoffs coming up.
Uh huh.
And because he felt like I had learned my lesson, he brought me back up.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Wow.
bro, I ain't gonna front. I was devastated, bro. Like I
Mhm.
couldn't believe it.
Wow.
But yeah. So like that whole time, bro, I was just working, working, working. My 11th grade year came. I still wasn't playing like no AAU. Like this whole time I didn't play AAU.
Oh wow.
So 11th grade came, but like we used to play in the fall, and it used to be college coaches like at the gym
Watching.
because they was recruiting like any school that you could think of, bro. All Division 1 schools, D2, like they all used to come to our gym and watch us play, like just watch us play pickup.
Oh wow.
So like
No-
I was like I don't really need to play AAU because these coaches gonna come to the gym and watch us anyways, even though they probably not checking for me right now, but
Yeah.
you know
Your moment
whoever they
will
watching
come.
for, like if I start cooking,
Yeah.
they're gonna take notice. So my 11th grade year, I got a lot better. I still wasn't really like nice. I was good.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I was above average at the time. Like now, when I was going home and playing with my friends, like I was better than them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't like elite. Like I wasn't a Division 1 basketball player, but I was good.
Right.
So 11th grade came. I was getting more playing time on varsity. Um, like I said, I was just continuing to work. I had a dude that was playing over me named Wellington Smith.
Hmm.
This dude was like 6'7", bro. He was committed to West Virginia. Tough, like jumping out the gym, bounce like crazy.
Oh wow.
Like, dude was tough, right? So now, like our assistant coach would go to the gym and like, work out with him. And I would be in the gym, but those two would be down on the other side of the court, like working out. And that was
Hmm.
like kind of like my motivation, like, nah, bro, like,
I need that attention.
yeah, facts. So I'm like, yo, I'm over here, like I'm grinding, or whatever. So 11th grade season, like I started playing, like I started contributing a little bit, and I wrote my coach an email, like, yo, I've been in the gym, like
Working.
putting work in, bro. You know what I
You just
mean? Like,
burn.
I'm getting some time, but it's like I feel like I could do more. You know what I mean? One of
Yeah.
my homies from President just tapped in too. Somebody that I went to school with. So yeah, so I sent them an email, told them like, yo, I feel like I could do more. So he's like, all right. We played Patterson Catholic. Patterson Catholic is like they was
Heavy.
tough. Yeah, so we played them, and he gave me some burn, bro. And I would like play well. I probably had like 14 points or something.
Oh wow.
But like,
Okay.
yeah, but I was like hooping.
Right.
So now my coach is like, hold on, like, all right, like, no, you can hoop for real,
You
right?
thought
So
I was
like,
lying to you? What do you
yeah,
think
so
I'm here
now I'm
for?
hyped.
I'm working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so now
yeah.
I'm hyped because I'm like, damn, yo, the work that I'm putting in, like that shit's paying off. Like,
Right.
yeah, so I'm hyped, And then after my 11th grade year, shout out to Hav, he was working at Reebok Sports Club, right?
Okay.
He works at Reebok Sports Club. Quando, what up, yo? Love you. Right? So he works at Reebok Sports Club. And this summer I'm working with a dude in Jersey. His name is Rich Leary. He he's a legend in Jersey, man. Like he has this AAU team, the New Jersey Demons.
Mm-hmm.
He used to train Jay Williams. Like
Oh wow.
he's everybody, like he trained
Used to know
Luol
him.
Deng, Jay Williams, like all the dudes that was in Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
like he was their dude. So this is a story for like anybody who's watching. And when I talk about work ethic and all of that, bro, I was traveling from New York to Jersey every day to work out with this dude. But I was also working out in the city with Hav. Hav would get me into Reebok, and it was a dude Norm, rest in peace, Norm, who he used to have workouts with Joakim Noah, Charlie Villanueva, um, Gavin Grant. Um, I think Delroy James used to be there. Like all of these dudes used to come to this workout,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just used to pull up with Hav, and Hav like was cool with Norm, so they started letting me work out. So I was working out in New York, and then traveling to Jersey to work out in Jersey, and then the summer from my 11th grade year to my 12th grade year, I took off. Like that's when I really got like good. Like
Mm.
I was really good.
Those workouts helped.
Oh, 1,000%.
All right.
A
So
thousand
before
percent.
before we even move off of that, let's say salute to Hav Cologne and the Cologne family, because it sounds like Hav and Julius were just friends from the neighborhood. But
Yeah,
Hav,
bro.
being the kind of dude that he is, was like, yo, my guy needs this extra shit right here, and I got access. So I'm gonna plug him in. And that's what he did.
Bro, he used to be in there rebounding for me. Bro, he was like
Yeah.
he was there, bro. Like
Being a
if
friend.
that's one, yes, solid, bro. Like
Yeah.
above and beyond, man. Like I can never thank him enough, bro, for real, cause like he really like put me on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like he
Hav,
believed, and then he really believed in me. Like, yo,
mm-hmm.
nah. One time I was playing in the league, bro. Smush Parker pulled up. He talking shit to Smush, like, yo, my man about to bust your ass, yo. Like, nah, like you know what I mean? Like he really was putting the battery in my back. Like he made me believe, like, nah, I'm really like that.
Yo, let me tell you something. Hav is the real fucking deal in that way. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you, me and Hav played softball together one season, right? And Hav like is a quiet dude. Like that's how I know him. Hav was always quiet. He didn't really talk too much. But when he did, you had to listen because he was saying some shit.
right,
But me and him got cool just off GP, just the way he moved, the way he kept his family. He would come with wifey, and the twins were babies at that time.
right.
But he was so fucking cool with me. Like we just had this mutual respect that I came from where I lived in Staten Island to the Bronx just to come check him
Right.
on the humble, because
Uh-huh.
he's a good fucking dude. And I've been cool with Hav. Damn, it's been like 10 years now. And just he's somebody that is the real deal. You know, whatever
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
when you come into contact with people like that, you always want to stay in touch with them, because you know what I'm saying? There's far and few in between people that really can see somebody and be a friend to them the way you need them to be your friend. You know, people
Yeah, nah,
come and
that's real
go
shit.
today. You know what I mean? And to hear that story, that sounds just like Hav. That sound
Yeah,
like
bro. That's exactly who he was, bro. Like he
yeah.
didn't care who it was. Like if I was playing, he like, nah, my man gonna cook you today. Word. So
So you
shout out to
get
my
these
mom,
work.
my
Oh,
mom,
Mama
my
Love's in
aunt,
the
my
room.
grandma, all in here. Shout out
Oh,
to them.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh wait, here she goes.
Hello to the host. Thanks for inviting my son.
Of course. Salute,
Yeah.
salute. We're glad to
Yeah.
have him here. This has been a long time coming. So you get these workouts, your game steps up, coach notices and recognizes, you get a little burn, you drop a little 12, 14 points. Now, what's your next big moment? Like,
So my mom wanted me to get a summer job. You know how that was. Like,
uh-huh.
yo, you gotta work.
You need them
Like,
$400.
yeah, yo, you getting a summer job. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting no summer job. I'm going to hoop.
I'm hoop.
Like,
Yeah.
so I went to Eastern Invitational, right? Eastern Invitational was like a summer basketball camp,
Uh-huh.
right? And I went there, um, and yeah, I was hooping, bro. Like they started me out with the bums because they like didn't know who I was.
They want to see what you made of.
Yeah, and I was like, it was easy. It was a cakewalk. So they had to move me up immediately. Like
Mhm.
for after the first day, they like, nah, like he's too good. They moved me up. I go there, and I wasn't really like killing,
Mhm.
but I played well enough that the dudes that was there that was supposed to be nice was like, yo, it was like, yo, where you from? Like,
Yeah,
nah, you
taking
alright,
notes.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
so from there, my coach was calling me. Like, he called me one day, like, yo, such and such, St. Peter's called me about you. Yo, this school called me about you. So now I'm hyped, bro. Like, yo, what? I'm like, yeah, now I'm on.
Yeah.
So, that summer, obviously I continue to work, and then they had like Easter Invitation who had like, it was like a team camp. So basically, like your school team or whoever your team was, like they go to the camp and y'all play against other teams.
Mhm.
And now I was just in my moment at that time. You know what I mean? Like I was confident. I was putting the work in. Then I
It
was
was in
starting
your
to get the
bag.
recognition. Yeah, so I was starting to get some recognition. So like I was feeling myself. I'm like, all right, like I'm good. Like I'm good.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm obviously nice.
Yeah.
So um then my coach called me after team camp and was like, yo, Canisius offered you a scholarship.
Wow.
So I'm like, yo, what? Like, yo, Division 1 scholarship. Like the
That's
whole
heavy.
time they was like, like I said, I wasn't nice. They didn't see me. They was like, you might play Division 2. Like, you might be good enough to play Division 2, but nobody saw me playing Division 1 basketball. Like it
Right.
wasn't even a thought.
Mm.
So I get this, I'm talking to my coach, like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. He start calling me, yo, St. Peter's want to offer you, they want you to come take a visit. Yo, like basically like almost all the schools in the MAC,
Oh wow.
right? So Canisius was the one school though that was like on it.
Mhm.
Like they was coming to watch me play. They was coming to see how I was doing. Like they was coming to our games, whatever. So at the time, given the situation, like, yo, I'm talking to my coach about everything. Like, yo, I don't know, like, what should I do?
Yeah. Big decision.
So, yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. So he told me, he like, yo, listen, they really want you. Like, you gonna play like right away. You're not gonna have to sit on the bench, whatever. Like, it's in New York. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna get a full scholarship. Your mom ain't gonna have to worry about you going to school. He knows my story.
Yeah,
So
he
he
knows the
like, yo,
groundwork. Yeah.
yeah. So he like, yo, like it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, so now I signed to go to Canisius,
Oh wow.
right? So I'm hyped. Yo, Division 1, blah
Mhm.
blah. I'm hyped, bro. Right? Bro, I signed my letter, right? I'm walking back to the dorm. I get a call. Yo, this is such and such from Florida State, blah blah blah. I said, yo, what? like Florida State University. They're like,
FSU.
yeah, bro. And they was calling because they were interested. Like they wanted to see how my process was going.
Right.
But I told them like, yo, I already signed. Like I wasn't really tripping because in my head I'm like, yo, if I'm good enough, then I'm good enough. Like we're gonna have teams on our schedule that we're gonna have big games. If I perform in those big games, it is what it is.
Right.
So yeah, I committed to Canisius, and I committed before I played a game my senior year. Like before my senior year, I was already committed.
Oh wow.
Right. So, bro, my senior year, bro, I was like one of the best players in Jersey.
Listen,
So like
after that, you like, yo, I'm going all out now.
yeah, so like I say that to say I signed to Canisius early, but I should have waited. But then nobody could see that I was gonna be as good as I had gotten.
Your
Like,
potential.
yeah, nobody could see it. It was just
right.
So yeah, I got nominated for McDonald's All-American game. It was like
Nice.
Corey Stokes, who played at Villanova, Corey Fisher,
Oh wow.
who's a New York City legend.
Yeah.
My man Shamari Spears, Derek Character, Derek
High
Character
caliber.
played in the league. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was like Kenneth Fareed and me,
Wow.
bro. Yeah, bro. So I'm like, yo, I was
You
like,
in a
damn.
class, you've arrived at that.
Yes, I'm like, damn, yo, all these dudes is going to Big East and all this, and I'm going to Canisius. Like, this is not making sense. But I was like, yo, I made the decision. I was like, I'm gonna ride with it. You know what I mean? Like, the decision is made.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of like sums up like my whole kind of high school experience, like in terms of basketball.
So when you get out there, is it a tough transition for you now, because this is a different level, right?
Yeah. It wasn't, bro. I ain't gonna front. Like, all right, it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't because, like I said, my high school coach, bro, I think he's one of the best coaches like
he grew
on the planet. Yeah, like to me, he's one of the best coaches on the planet, bro. Like, so I was already in shape. Like, I had my basketball IQ was high. Like, I knew what it took to to play and to contribute.
To maintain your discipline.
Yeah, so like we I just had this conversation with my girl too, because we've been watching All American, and I don't know if you watch All American, but anyway, the main character is like is struggling to like make an impact on his football team or whatever. So we've been watching that, and I was telling her, I'm like, yo, when I first got to my school, when I was in high school, it was all about like team, like we not leaving no man behind. Right. So we had this run that we did at the beginning of the season, like for preseason. So
that's hard.
Yeah. So we had this run that we used to do for preseason, right? And it was basically for the coaches to see who was in shape and who wasn't in shape.
Right.
Right. But I didn't know that. So we running, but one of my mans, like one of the other freshmen that came in with me, he's like mad far behind us. And we just got to campus, like we don't really know the campus that well. So I slow down, bro, and I start running with him. So I get back to like the basketball gym or whatever. I start spazzing like,
how the fuck y'all leave all this?
Yeah. Y'all niggas, yo, we just got here, bro. We supposed to be a team. We don't know the campus like that. Like,
right.
This nigga's mad far behind us, bro. Y'all just gonna leave him? Right? But I didn't know that we were supposed to be like, it was a run to see how good a shape we was in. So I start spazzing, bro. And
did you get bumped?
Like the coaches is like, that wasn't the point of the run. The point of the run is for us to see if you're in shape or not. You know what I mean? Like, you're a good teammate, yes, but are you in shape? So I'm like, oh man, like I'm already starting off on the wrong foot, because I start spazzing on these dudes. I barely know them. But the element that got me was the partying, bro. The partying and the girls. My freshman year, that's the like, I was just turned, bro.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Did it
because
hurt? Did it hurt you?
it did, bro. It did.
Oh
Cause
wow.
in high school, it's like you on campus. You know, you can't really do
None
too
of that
much.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't nothing. So now I go to college, and it's like house
Free fall.
party over here. Ain't no can't nobody tell me not
Yeah.
to do what. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm turned. Like
Oh
I'm
wow.
going out. I'm doing all this. So like it started catching up to me. But the thing was, it was already embedded in me to like work. So I was going out, but I would go to the gym like all the time. It was just a part of who I was at the time. So like it was catching up to me, bro. Like it was people that was like competing with me and like that shouldn't have been. You know what I mean?
You took
So
notice of that? You were like, "Yo, how is this dude
nah,
catching?"
bro, I was on the bench, bro. Like
Oh shit.
yeah, so yo, like a walk on, bro. Walk on took my starting spot my freshman year.
Oh wow.
So
How
then
how heated
I
were
had to
you?
like I had to lock in, bro. I was like embarrassed.
Wow.
Like I was really embarrassed. I was like, damn,
Wait a
like
minute.
I'm
Hold
really
on.
wild.
A walk on took your spot, and you
A
got a
walk,
full and you got a full ride, right?
yes, bro.
Oh shit.
And I
Oh
feel
wow.
like part of it was the coaches. Like the coaches were showing me like
Mm-hmm.
this shit ain't easy. Like don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
But he was also playing well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so it was like half and half. So then I like really had to like lock in. I was like, all right, like I'm kind of bullshitting. You know what I mean? My high school coach called me like, yo, what you doing up there? The coaches is calling me, telling me you bullshitting,
You're a
blah
fucking
blah.
embarrassment.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, like I'm really wild. And then my homies is coming to the game, having them coming to the game. I'm like, I'm not playing that much. I'm like, oh man, what's going on, bro?
I'm looking real crazy out here.
Yeah, so you know, I was having some conversations with some dudes from my hood, like some older heads and my pops or whatever, and they was like, "Yo, all right, so you on the bench. So what's the worst that can happen now? Because if you go in the game and you play like shit, you just gonna be on the bench anyways. So you
Exactly.
might as well just hoop."
Oh wow.
Yeah. So then, what's crazy is that from my freshman year to my sophomore year, I went from averaging like 3.5 points to like 11 points. So I was
Mm.
like I was second in like votes for most improved player in the conference behind a dude named Ryan Rossiter.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Rossiter went to Siena, and that was around the time when Siena was making all those tournament runs.
Shit.
And yeah, then after that, bro, I just kind of I was just kind of doing my thing there.
So do you have a breakout moment in your time as in that pocket? Because going through that as a freshman and getting ripped from a walk on and then working your way back, do you have any breakout moment that stands out to you in the time that you spent in college?
Um, I ain't gonna front, bro. I had a few moments, bro. I was I like for like 2 weeks I went on a tear, bro. I was like the player of the week in the conference. We played Syracuse. I think it was my sophomore year. We
Mm,
played Syracuse, and that's when they
that's
had
cool.
Johnny Flynn and all of those dudes, Paul Harris,
Mm.
Eric Devendorf, and all of them. And I went to Syracuse and cooked them, and like I almost had a triple double, bro. Like
What?
I was cooking. Yeah, I had like I took a lot of shots. I ain't gonna front. I took bad shots,
You was putting it
but
up.
yeah, cause I'm like, yo, we playing Syracuse. Fuck it, like
Syracuse big, yeah, it's a
might
big
as
fucking
well.
school. Yeah,
Yeah, I might as well. So
hell yeah.
I played well against them. I had a couple moments, bro. I had a game winner against St. Bonaventure which was one of our rivals,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
yeah, like I had a couple game winners, bro. Like I had a lot of moments up there. I ain't gonna lie.
Nice. So now you're going to school. You get your mind right because the partying, the access when you go from being very not monitored, but yet you're very structured
Right.
to going to freedom like that, because that's what college is. That's why everybody
Yeah.
bugging the
Yeah.
fuck out. Um, so now you get through. When does the realization to you come early, like junior year, like I'm not gonna make it to the league, like there's a different path for me, or does that come like later on?
Yeah, so I was skinny, bro. Like I was never like the biggest or the most athletic dude. You know what I mean? Like I just worked hard. So the dudes that was like at my position that was going to the NBA and all of that, like those dudes at the time they were more mature and they were like just physically more gifted than I was.
Okay.
So I was looking at it like, yo, I'm 6'4", 175, 180.
Oh
These
wow.
dudes are 6'4", 190. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and they
220.
jumping, yeah, they jumping out the gym and
Mm-hmm.
doing all. And I wasn't. I obviously could dunk and do 360s or whatever, but these dudes just were different types of athletes. So you know, this dude used to eat $60 worth of food.
That
Bro,
high
for real.
metabolism hurts,
Yo,
bro.
I could not gain weight, bro. I
Yeah.
swear to God, I was trying. Like,
Right,
I
right,
would
right.
try everything, but I just couldn't.
Your
So,
frame is just
anyways,
different. Yeah.
yeah, nah, some agents like my junior year, a couple agents started hitting me up about playing overseas or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I was like, I can make some money doing this.
Did you have any idea? Because again, salute to the brother out of Brooklyn, Mr. Rob Phelps from Providence. Um, he came on the show and gave his take on what it was like for him to play overseas,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I asked this because playing overseas, you have no idea what you're stepping into. And
Right,
it's not like, we talked about this earlier. It's not like you got family that's, in Qatar. Like, oh, my
right,
cousin's over. I could see my cousins and chill with them there.
right, right, right.
So how do you prepare yourself mentally when this opportunity comes knocking? Because this is a whole other animal now, playing overseas.
Right. So, all right, before we even get to that, bro.
Mhm,
So, I graduated from Canisius
mhm.
and I didn't even go overseas my first year. Like, I didn't go straight from college to overseas.
Okay.
So, how this is when how comes back in the picture, right? So now I graduate, I got an agent, I go to some camp in Vegas. I'm killing at the camp, bro. I'm averaging like 17 points a game at the camp. So I'm like, ain't no way
Right.
I'm not going overseas. Like,
Yeah.
bro, that was not the case, bro. Like my agent hit me up. I'm supposed to be, yo, I'm talking to this team. This team is interested, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they don't have the money. This and that. Like, yo, like 3 times my agent hit me with, yo, the team either don't have the money or the team is going bankrupt. So now I'm tight. I'm like, yo, bro, what type of teams you trying to send me to? Why they all the teams going bankrupt? Like, what's up?
Why are you even telling me about this?
Yeah, so so like the summer's going by. Like I'm like,
Hmm.
yo, bro, like what's going on? So I start getting anxious. I'm like, man, like what's yo, tell me something.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know, blah blah blah. So now it's like, all right, now shit's getting real. Like I gotta get a job, bro. You know what I mean? I'm out of school, like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do,
Life is
bro.
moving
So
forward.
yeah, facts. So I start working at Reebok with Hav, right? So what I did was obviously it was kind of calculated because I always wanted to be in the gym or next to the gym because I still wanted to work out. So I'm
Right.
like, yo, if I could get a job at Reebok, um, I at least still have access to the gym, so I could work out, I could lift, I could do what I need to do to kind of stay in shape, right? So rewind a little bit. I did while I was at Canisius, I got my master's. So before I graduated with my bachelor's and my master's, which was
Small on your
which
part, brother.
allowed which allowed me to
Finagle your way.
if basketball didn't work, like I could get a job.
Yeah, you got
So
letters. You got letters
yeah,
after
yeah,
your name.
exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly.
smart.
So I got a job. I was working at Reebok, but I was also working with the Knicks, like doing field marketing and stuff with the Knicks, working
Nice.
at Reebok at night. So like I was just grinding, bro. But I was just staying in the gym, staying in the gym. I was playing in the Reebok league. I played in everything. Like
Yo, you
whatever there was
Jamaican?
to play in. What happened?
You Jamaican? Got like
Nah, bro.
5 jobs out of college.
Yo, no, but I was working. I ain't go front, bro. I was working like a Jamaican, bro.
There
I
you
was
go.
doing everything. Like,
You gotta have that work ethic.
yeah. So I was playing in, bro. I was playing in everything, every league. It was basketball, bro. I was playing.
Right.
So I'm playing in Reebok. I played in Reebok, and they had like their league, and I was killing in that. And then there was some dudes that was playing in that was at Reebok that they had some connections to people at Nike or this or that. So
Mhm.
they like, yo, bro, like you too good, bro. You need to be
Mhm.
overseas. Like
Right.
you should be getting paid. So they start kind of connecting me with different people or telling me like, yo, my homie's having this over there. Like, yo, come play with us in this. So I'm just playing everywhere, bro. Like literally everywhere. Then I play in Dykeman. I start making a name for myself in the city, playing in Dykeman, playing in Tri-State.
Mm.
Like I'm just all over the place,
You
right?
wherever you could hoop, you hoop.
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, I'm trying to hoop. And at this point in my head, I was like, I don't want to do nothing else. Like I'm doing this right now,
Right.
but I need to play basketball.
Right.
Right? So this dude, Josh, they was partnered with Red Bull, and Red Bull had this tournament called the Red Bull Midnight Run.
Mm.
Right? I get invited to play in it, but little did I know I was like the spotlight of the
Of the tournament.
like showcase of the tournament or whatever.
Oh
So
wow.
now they got the camera following me around, blah blah blah. I go to this joint, so I go there and I kill, bro. Like I was killing the whole time. Like
Jamón
my
con
team,
queso.
yo, my team, we probably lost. I don't know. We won like 10 games straight. We probably lost like one game at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the video came out or whatever, and it was like, on YouTube, on Facebook, whatever. And then a team in Germany saw that video, bro, and hit me up on Facebook about me playing with them.
No agent came straight to you.
Came straight to me. I fired my agent, bro. I was
That's what I'm
like,
gonna
nah,
say.
you fired.
Would have been fired that dude
Yeah,
calling
you
me with
fired, bro.
bankruptcy. Because what the fuck are you talking about,
Yeah,
homeboy?
yeah, you fired.
Fuck
So
up
yeah,
out of here.
they came straight to me, bro.
Wow.
And that's
Nice.
how I got my first job.
Well, let me say it again. Yo, salute to Hav Cologne, man.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Super instrumental. You know what I'm saying? And again, just a genuine dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it sounds like that friendship really played a serious role, was pivotal almost in what you're doing now.
absolutely, absolutely,
Man,
absolutely, bro.
that's incredible.
It was him. Yo, a lot of Hive. It was a couple other dudes. I know they
Mhm.
gonna be hot. Like, yo, you ain't say my name in this joint. Nah, it was, it was a couple other dudes that also like my man Chris. He was probably one of the only other people who, from my neighborhood that I was close with, that I grew up with,
Mhm.
who was like one of my best friends now, who also was playing high level basketball. Like he had Division I scholarships and all of that, but he
Mhm.
tore his ACL.
Wow.
So he tore his ACL in the time where like ACL was like almost career ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like he had hoop dreams and all that, and he was a little bit older than me, so he was kind of giving me game and all of that. But I was really I was in the gym with Hob all the time, bro. Like every day, every day, bro.
Wow. So now let's talk about you make it overseas. Let's
Uh
talk
huh.
about the experience there. Because again, we had Mr. Phelps on. He talked about playing overseas, but now this is a little more. This is now happening, and
Right.
I would like for you to give the younger brothers who have aspirations of becoming hoopers, and maybe this is their path, like yours, to play overseas. What is some of the? Let's talk about the bad. Okay. What
Okay.
is it like playing overseas? Because I know when it comes to soccer, because soccer's like runs Europe,
Uh huh.
those fans are fanatical.
Right.
And there's a lot of blatant racism that is in soccer, right? They
Mm-hmm.
call it football, whatever.
Right.
Do
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have that same sort of experience when you're playing basketball overseas? Is it that same sort of vibe?
Yeah, bro. So first and foremost, bro, is it can be very lonely. Like, right? So I'm talking to you now at 1 in the morning, right? Or 2 in the morning at now, right? Which is what, 8 o'clock your
Yes,
time?
it's 8:05 here. Yeah.
So by the with my schedule, bro, by the time I'm done with practice and all of that, I eat dinner, I take a shower, do what I'm doing. I'll be ready to go to sleep. It'd be 10, 11 o'clock, but people still be at work at home. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's it can be very lonely,
Mm-hmm.
right? You go to certain countries, there's a language barrier. So imagine you go out to one, you might be the only American on your team, or it might be you and another American on your team. He might be on the phone with his girl and don't want to go out to eat, or he might order some food. So now what you got to do? You got to go eat by yourself, or you got to go eat with one of your teammates who don't really understand English. Most of the times you go to eat by yourself, right? You go to
Wow.
the restaurant, you trying to order food. This shit is in a different language. And the waiter don't understand English that well.
And he probably don't like you
You
either.
can't get you're not getting no rice and beans or none of that you used to eating, or a chopped cheese. Like, it's not, you're not getting none of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what you gonna get? You're gonna stick to some spaghetti bolognese or something like that. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you eating by yourself. You do a lot of stuff by yourself. And then
Mm.
on top of that, like you said, there's an element, depending on where you at, there's an element of racism. Like,
Wow.
so my first year in Germany, it wasn't really like that. Germany's like really westernized, like it's kind of Americanized,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's cool, right? So my second year, I went to play in Bosnia, and the league I was playing in was probably one of the top three leagues in Europe at the time. You had the Euro League, you had the Euro Cup, and then you had the Adriatic League, which is what I played in, or the VTB. Like, it was between those two. So these are like the top. It was like the top three or four like international leagues in Europe. But I'm playing in Bosnia, and we would go play in Montenegro, uh, Serbia, all of these countries, bro. And these people were blatantly racist. Like, yo, sometimes I'll be walking down the street from my crib or something to go to practice, and dudes would be like, the high school kids, yo, what's up, nigga? And you in a different country by yourself, bro. And I'm stopping on the street like, yo, you can't say that. And they don't really care.
Yeah, they don't
You
care.
go to the bro, you go to the game.
Mm-hmm.
I played in Macedonia, bro. It was this one team. Yo, every time we went to the game, when you running in, like, for the starting lineups, you go to warm up at the beginning of the game, bro. You gotta come in with a towel on your head. The fans is trying to spit on you, throw water on you. Halftime, you same thing, towel on your head. Like, the fans, especially if you winning, the fans is wilding. Like, my first game in Bosnia, we played against the best team in Serbia, right? The team is Red Star, bro. Right, the game's about to start. It's flares, like 100 flares, bro, lit up in the stadium.
Are you
Right,
serious?
these niggas is beating drums. They got whatever their team song is. They saying that shit mad loud. You can't hear nothing. The ball goes up, bro, for the jump, and fucking confetti falls out of the sky. The ref had to stop the game. You can't
What?
see nothing. The whole stadium is smoky. You can't see nothing. Ref
Wow.
stops the game. They got to stop the. It's like a 10-minute delay. They got to clean the court off. And I'm looking at my coach like, yo, where the fuck am I at, bro? What is this?
What
This
are we
ain't
doing here?
basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. And that was my first game. Like, and this team is a EuroLeague team, so they like, it's a good team, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
half their team was in the NBA. Like,
Wow.
yeah, half those dudes that I played against, like, a lot of them is in the NBA right now or played in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking around like, yo, it's fucking 10,000 people in here. It's flares lit up. It's smoky. They smoking cigarettes in the joint.
They
Like,
smoking cigarettes in the stands?
smoking cigarettes in the stadium, bro, during the game. I'm like, nah,
you know
I don't
you're
know
in
how y'all
Europe.
play this. Yeah, but like, you had those times where like if you do decide to go out, like we spoke about this before the show started, like if you decide to go out, it might be you and your teammate, or you might have met another dude from another team and y'all go to the same club. You from New York or you from the States, you got your little swag, and these chicks overseas, like they love black men, bro. Like, so if
Mm-hmm.
you black and you got some type of swag, they know you hoop,
Yeah.
they be on it. And the men are super protective of their women. Like they not trying to go for none of that, bro. Like they
Mm.
do not want you talking to their women at all.
Not even.
Like,
They're like, yo, don't talk to my cousin. They don't want you talking to their
no,
women.
nothing. You
Period.
could be
Like it
talking
doesn't
to
even matter.
yo. I've been at the bar, bro, talking
Mm-hmm.
to a random chick, and the dude that doesn't know this girl will come up and be like, "Yo, don't talk to her. That's my sister." And I'm looking at the girl like, "Yo, you know him?" And she be like, "No, I don't know him."
Mm.
Like it's like that.
Wow. So
Yeah,
let me
bro.
ask you, Julius, because you know, being being overseas and having to deal with all those dynamics. Let's talk about something great right now. Let's talk
Uh
about
huh.
a good moment.
Perfect.
Why don't you explain to the people what we're looking at here? Tell
Oh
us
yeah, man.
tell us
That's
about
that.
this moment here.
Yeah, bro. That's that championship, man. The BAO championship. So yo, there's a lot of variables to this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So the team that I played for, right, is a team from Tunisia,
Okay.
right? So I had played for this team previously in 2015 and 2016.
Mm-hmm.
2016, I ruptured my Achilles, right? So I ruptured my Achilles. I go through the rehab process, whatever. I come back, right? So after I played in Tunisia, I went and played in Qatar. I played in Qatar for 5 years, bro, right?
Wow.
5 years in Qatar, doing my thing in Qatar. Um, Actually, this season in Qatar, I was the player of the year, guard of the year, import of the year in the league. Right? I go home. I'm thinking, yo, my season's over. I did what I had to do. Know what I mean? I got my little accolades. My team, we was lit. I go home. So the national team coach of Qatar left Qatar and started coaching the team that from this picture. He
Okay.
calls me, yo, I'm over here at Monastery. Yo, they talk about, the people love you here. The fans love you here. Would you want to come play with us? We're playing in the BAL, blah, blah, blah. We got maybe 2 weeks left. It's 3 games. I'm like, all right, cool. Who else is playing on the team? So the two other imports it's three other imports,
Mm-hmm.
right? Two of the imports I played against in Qatar. And the other dude, remember earlier this year I was telling you that I was in Egypt. I
Yeah.
was playing in a tournament in Egypt, and the other dude was playing on the team that I played against in Egypt. So I
Mm-hmm.
knew the imports, like I knew them, they knew me.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, this makes sense. I go there. Some of the dudes that I had played against or played with while I was in Tunisia was on the team. So I kind of knew the whole team,
Okay.
right? So we go there. They like, yo, we got 3 games. If we win 3 games, we win the championship. So as soon as I get there, bro, I'm on this. We winning the chip. I want y'all to know right now. Every time, every time we got in the circle, bro, like
Uh-huh.
to huddle up before practice, after practice, I'm like, yo, this is straight championship vibes, bro. Like,
Mm.
I'm not coming here for nothing less. We gotta win the chip,
Wow.
right? The first game we play against a team, they got to do Mike Kabongo, who played at Texas, who was an NBA prospect. Clay Anthony Early, my guy.
Okay.
Clay Anthony Early played with the Knicks. Billy
Mhm.
Preston, another dude. This dude played in the league. Like they had a squad. So
It was stacked.
the management, all that is nervous. Like the whole time I'm just talking like, nah, we winning the championship, bro. Like,
This is
ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. We
yeah.
beat them by 40.
By 40?
By 40.
Damn, you did some dream team shit right there.
Bro, beat them by
Damn.
yo, we beat them by
40.
40, bro.
Was they hurt?
Yeah, they was embarrassed. Like, yo, what? Like, we lost by 40, bro. Right?
Wow.
So now at this point, now it's like, all right, like they start believing, like, yo, all right, we got something here.
Yeah, yeah.
So the next team that we play, right, is the best team in Egypt.
Mm.
The homie Edgar Sosa. I don't know if you're familiar with Edgar Sosa. Edgar Sosa played at Louisville. He had a stint in the NBA. Dyke, Dykeman Heights legend. So he's on this team, and this is the team that they lost to last year in the championship. So
Oh
they
wow.
all like
They
trying
hungry.
to get they try to get their lick back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So one of the dudes on the team, because like I said, I played in a tournament in Egypt. So I played against them early in the year. So one of the dudes on the team took his shit like, yo, I'm gonna miss you. Like, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Like, I'm sorry we gotta send you home, but I'm gonna miss you. So I'm like, bro, you got this shit twisted. Like, so we going back and forth, right? Bro, this game, I kind of went off this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we played them, and like this was my best game of the tournament. The other games, I low key played trash, bro. Like the other two games, I didn't play that well. This game, I went off. Like, I was hooping. I'm throwing alleys from half court. Like, I was in my bag, bro.
All right.
So once we won that game, it was over. Like, they all was like, all right, like,
The
we gonna win
momentum
it.
was there.
Yeah, like, we gonna win it.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we ended up winning it, bro. And that was like the championship for the continent of Africa. Like, we are the
Wow.
champions of the continent of Africa, bro.
So let's tell everybody about this moment. The president,
Yeah, bro.
President Obama, shouts
President
y'all
Barack
out.
Obama, bro, shouted us out on Instagram and Twitter.
How did that feel for you?
I thought it was a joke. Like, when I first looked at it, somebody one of the agents that I messed with sent it to me, and I looked and I was like, Obama. I went to his Twitter like, come on, man, like, stop playing with me.
Yeah,
I went to his verified Twitter, was like, nah, this nigga really, like, he really tweeted that. I was like, wow. Oh, I started sending it to all my group chats, like, yo, send it to everybody, send it to my girl, like, yo, Obama tweeted us, like, this is up, like, it's up, bro, like,
wow.
Yeah, bro, you can't really put into words like that feeling. One, you can't, they just winning the championship, bro, and being champions of a continent is crazy in itself. You know what I mean? So, like, then to be recognized by the president, bro, is like the icing on the cake. It like,
yeah, man,
it's a crazy feeling, bro. Yeah, it's a crazy feeling, and that's why I'm saying, like, just bring this all full circle, bro. It's like, we were supposed to have this conversation. We were supposed to talk a minute ago, but had we spoken then, like, I wouldn't have this story to tell. You know what I mean? So, like, everything happens when it's supposed to.
For sure.
You feel me? And then, like, even now, bro. So now I'm in Libya, right? So I win the championship there. I come to Libya. With one of my teammates from the team that I had won it with. Mm-hmm. Bro, for 4 years, this agent been trying to get me to Libya. I said no. Right? I'm like, nah, I'm not going to Libya. Like, I'm going home. Like, I'm gonna go home, enjoy my summer, blah, blah, blah. So my teammate, like, yo, just come out here, bro. It's gonna be me and you. We gonna hoop together, blah, blah, blah. So I come out here, bro. Yo, the first day we get to the hotel, I walk in, the water's not working. 10 minutes later, the lights go out. There's a power outage. I'm like, yo.
You hate this dude right now, right? You're like, yo, what the?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? What you getting me into, bro? Like, what we doing?
Is the team bankrupt?
Right. So the story's gonna get kind of crazy, right? Uh-oh. So we go from our team's like hometown, like home city. We go to Benghazi.
Oh wow.
Bro, so the first part of our first 6 games of our tournament, we play in Benghazi. Bro, Benghazi is a Call of Duty mission. No disrespect to anybody from Libya if y'all watching, but this is just 100% fact, bro. The buildings are are like they bombed out, bro. The city is it looks crazy. The people are amazing. Like these
Uh-huh.
are some of the kindest, like nicest people I ever met, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like they're taking care of me. I can't be treated any better than what they're treating me.
Right.
Right? So I call my agent like, son, I'm out. I'm not about to like what I'm doing over here, bro. He like, yo, just chill, like wait till the game start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But
just
you're
take it
looking at your
easy.
surroundings like, yo, what
Right.
the hell?
So I'm like, I don't know. Right? I call my girl, right? Because this is another thing, right? When you playing overseas, you miss everything. Like just
Yeah.
about.
Yep.
Yeah, ain't no Christmas, ain't no Thanksgiving, ain't no right. My birthday's in January. I haven't celebrated my birthday at home with my family, and I don't know how long.
Years.
Right.
Mhm.
So, and I said that kind of nonchalantly, but that's a big thing. Like,
Of course.
you know
Of
what I
course.
mean? You leave in like August, end of August, September. So you miss all the holidays, man. I missed one of my best friend's wedding. I was supposed to be the best man at his wedding. Like, this is just something else, just to put into perspective, like the type of sacrifice that
Sacrifice.
goes into this,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So I came here and this wasn't a part of like what I was supposed to do, but I'm like, yo, fuck it. Like, I'm on a roll. Like, yo, with the window of opportunity, like with when the iron's hot, bro, you strike. Yeah,
That's right. That's
it
a
ain't
fact.
no saying no right now. Like, if it makes sense, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go home, bro. So it was my girl's birthday. So I ain't get to go home for her birthday. So I'm on the phone with her. I'm telling her like, now I'm thinking twice. I'm like, damn, I'm over here. This city bombed out, bro. The lights is going. There's power outages. The water not working like that. I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro. My girl was like, you gotta stay.
Mm.
She's like, yo, you gotta stay. She's like, you said no all those times, but you didn't say no this time. So whatever you're there for, like, there's a reason for you to be there. You got to see it through, right? So I'm
That's a
like,
real
all
one.
right, facts, 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 facts,
Salute to
big facts.
Shorty.
So I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm in my group chat complaining, yo, shit trash, bro. I'm in the group chat complaining, bro. Like, yo, I'm coming home. I don't even care about the money right now. I'm out. So then I just said, yo, you know what? She right. Yo, I ain't complaining no more. I'm locked in. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Let me just hoop,
Yeah.
bro. Right.
Stay in
So
your
we
bag.
just finished. We just finished the first half of the playoffs. Tomorrow I play the first game of the second half of the playoffs.
Wow.
Right. So this is where the story gets kind of crazy. Right. I'm not gonna say too much, but
Mhm.
there's a team in our league that just fired. Like, they fired the coach or whatever.
Uh-huh.
The coach that came in to replace that coach was the coach that was coaching me in Tunisia the first time I went before I got hurt.
Sorry about that.
Nah, you good, bro.
The Av is lit right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, I know how it go, bro.
Yeah. So
But
now, so this new coach comes in. He was the coach that used to coach you before.
he was coach. Yeah, he coached me when I played in Tunisia the first time, like before I got hurt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like it's just so many things that like are aligning, and
Yeah.
you can't really explain it, bro. You just right now I'm just going with it. You know what I mean? Like,
But let,
so yeah,
let
that's
me
kind of where I'm at right now.
let me ask you this: how many more seasons do you think you have in you?
To be honest, bro, I don't even know. Like, I can't.
But you don't
I
feel like the end of the road is anywhere near at this point.
Nah, 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 nah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
That's what's up.
And I kind of I'm one of those people, like, I don't want to put a ceiling on it and say like, yeah, I got 5 more years left for this. Like, I
Yeah.
really don't know. As long as if I feel good, if I feel like I can keep going,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna keep going. But it's just I'm at the age now where I really like I want to start a family as well. So I'm trying to navigate that. Like, just I'm trying to figure out how that all works. So I'm just It's a lot, bro. Cause right now, you know what I mean. Like, I've gotten to a point where it's like all of the hard work and everything that I've put into this is all coming to fruition. Like,
Exactly.
it's all making sense.
Yeah.
And I've always I'm one of those people, bro. Like, I got heavy into meditation and like manifestation vibes and energy and all of that. Like, I'm into all of that stuff now. So
Hmm.
like, I've been right. Like, I wrote in my journal, I don't know, about like, if I wanted to get it, I wanted it to be at the back end. Like, I never wanted to like get it all up front because I would have been too young. Like, I would have blew,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
I wouldn't have been ready to receive it.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, I'm getting it now when whenever God or the universe or whoever, like, they feel like I'm ready to receive this. So it's like I gotta go for it. You feel
Yeah.
me?
You know what,
So
Julius? And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think this is what I see because listening to your story and your demeanor and the kind of person that I perceive you to be, your out is gonna come to you. You're not gonna have to look for it. You're
right,
already set up with the experience. One, two, you've set a reputation and a reputation of who you are that precedes you. So there's people that are around you that understand who you are, that when your time comes, they're gonna have an out for you. It's gonna be like,
right,
Julius, you know what? You would fit great doing this, because of your mindset, your work ethic, and everything that you've put into your journey right now.
right,
These
right.
people see you, trust me. And it's me. We just meeting. We've been speaking sporadically over the last 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
And this person that I'm speaking to now and listening to your experiences and how you've handled yourself, everything is going to come in the proper time, as you said, when the universe, sees it fit.
Right,
Right now, you're playing, you're on a roll, you're not feeling any sort of way physically, you're in a good space. Trust in 3 to 5 years, something's going to come out of the blue, and you're going to be like,
right,
oh,
right.
shit, this is perfect. I was just,
Fact.
thinking about, putting my roots down and putting this away for now. And now I
Right, right,
have
right.
it. You know what I mean?
Uh
And
huh.
what, you in your mid 20s?
Nah, I wish. I'm 33, bro.
Bro, you still
No,
young, man. You
yeah,
good.
yeah. Nah, I'm still, of course, I'm still young. I'm still young.
You
And
still young.
speaking on that, bro, I actually I have a company, I have a business. It's called Dropping Jewels, and
Hey, promote it.
yeah. So like,
What does it do? What does your company do?
Um, so what I started doing, bro, I started off selling merch, right? And what I
Okay.
did was I used a portion of the proceeds to give back to my neighborhood. So
Oh wow.
like, I had already been doing stuff like I was doing, free basketball camps and clinics or whatever, in my hood. But this past summer, I had these like little short sets that I was selling,
Uh-huh.
and I used a portion of the proceeds to throw a block party.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. So you see, pulled up the dropping jewels, bro, and yeah. So yeah, those the short sets right there. So
Oh
I got
yeah.
I got some new stuff coming out soon that I'm working on, and I kind of want to just use this as a way to give back, bro. Just a way to give back to my neighborhood and just do stuff that's gonna allow people in my neighborhood to kind of either learn, see something, or just create some positivity, man, around the hood. Have the kids see that somebody that was actually outside, like, that they see, that they know,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you from the east side, bro, you from Johnson Projects or around there, bro, like, y'all know, they know my grandma, they know my mom, like, my family, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just want to be that face. Like, when I was growing up, bro, and this is how I tell the stories. Like, when I was growing up, the drug dealers did everything. Like, they ran the tournaments. When it was, turkey drives or toy giveaways or backpack drives, it was all done by the drug dealers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I want to be that person for my community. So if I could create some dope clothes, some merch, you know what I mean? Something that people feel like, nah, this is fly, I can rock this, and then I could use that to create events and do things to give back to my neighborhood, that's like exactly what I want to do.
That's a plus.
Yeah, facts. So, I did a turkey drive for the vets.
Nice.
Like I said, I had the block party, I had a free camp. Yeah, so man, I'm just trying to, keep building on that. Eventually, my goal is to, because I still have connections with my boarding schools, so I'm gonna get in contact with, the people at the admissions who I still have connections with, and I want to eventually be able to do a dropping jewels scholarship to get kids, into boarding school and all that. So
That's what's up.
yeah,
Ladies and
bro.
gentlemen, if you're just joining us, you are shit out of luck. You're going to have to watch it on the rewind on YouTube or Facebook. The show will be up. I want to first say salute to my guy, Mr. Again, I'm going to shout him out again, man. Javi Cologne and the whole Cologne family, man. You a good
Word,
brother.
word.
Salute to you, man. And Julius, I just want to say first and foremost, whenever you got something going on, brother, if Drop the Jewels is gonna do an event or you're gonna do an event, whatever it is, something coming up that you're
Uh
working
huh.
on and you need promo, just reach out, man. Platform is
Bless, bro.
yours.
I
We'll definitely
appreciate you.
promote it.
Word,
And
I appreciate that.
we're gonna put Dropping Jewels on the Instagram and promote it on our Facebook as well. I'm
Bless.
gonna close the show out. You mind if I just tuck you away for 1 minute?
Yeah, now do your thing.
Yo, salute to my guy right here, Mr. Julius Coles, man, for giving up his time overseas, man. And I'm so appreciative of your time, man. Again, we've been trying to make this happen for a very, very long
Word,
time.
word, word. Yeah, yeah, for
So
real,
I
man.
really appreciate you. And I'm gonna
Word,
tuck
and
you
I
on.
mean, I appreciate you for having me on here, bro.
Of
For real,
course.
like, you know what I mean. You could, yo, you really could have spoke to anybody. You could have picked somebody else, bro.
Nah,
Real
nah, nah,
shit.
nah, nah. This is good people, real people telling real stories, man. You know what I'm saying? And Hav really made the assist on this one because I asked him immediately. I was like, yo, I don't know why I recognized your name. And he was like, yo, that's my guy, good dude. I said, yo, I need to speak to him. I want to know his story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's pertinent that we bring him on the show. So appreciate your time, brother. Let me just tuck you away. I'm gonna close the show out and we'll talk as soon
All
as
right,
I'm done with this here.
all right, bye, bye.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad for everybody tuning in and watching the show. Julius has an amazing story. And again, he and I have been talking about this for months and trying to make it happen. But being that he's overseas and traveling, it's made it very difficult. But we finally made it happen today. We're gonna be promoting his stuff on our page as well. Make sure you go and support. And again, salute to my guy Hav, man. You really came through on this one. We'll be back next Sunday with another guest. I hope everybody can join us. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we'll be back next week with another one. Happy Father's Day to everybody.